Hi, this is Arthur from the Minute Review Show. If you have a minute, I have an opinion. Today, I'm taking you to Eastern Queens, where you'll find Sweet Wonton House, a small Cantonese restaurant that packs a huge punch. They consistently have customers coming in at all hours buying their favorites. Don't let their small size fool you. They're just a small restaurant that serves big restaurant food. Hi, this is Arthur from the Minute Review Show. Today, I'm at Sweet Wonton House. And it's a very hot day today. I think it's about 90 degrees in New York City. I'm here for some more Cantonese food, and today I'm going to order a selection of 3 different things. And the menu is actually much smaller than a normal Cantonese menu. But you know, it's okay because this is a smaller restaurant. There's only about maybe 8 tables in here. And this place, for this neighborhood in Eastern Queens, this place is actually pretty popular. There's always lines here during the most busy times of day, especially during the holidays. There's a ton of takeout that's done for this restaurant. Come join me and I'll show you what they have. Take a look at the Sweet Wonton House menu. This is what it looks like, first page, and you can see that there's quite a few things on this menu. It's not super long, it's only about 3 pages long. Start off with appetizers, soups, and then you have wonton and dumplings and bone soup. And then you have a dim sum section, about 17 items. You have congee, and then you have a restaurant-made rice roll. Then you have the bone soup ramen, which is basically just wonton and bone soup. Is the regular noodle soup, wonton noodle soup, and this is the Hong Kong style lo mein. Here are the fried noodles, the casseroles, nice small selection, clay pot rice, fried rice. And here's a selection of chef recommendations, vegetables, drinks, and a selection of lunch specials. There's quite a few here. And they're all reasonable price, $9.99. The first dish that came is the hatong, which is the shrimp rice roll. Now this was definitely made in the kitchen. This is all made to order. And from the ones that are made to order, you can tell because the rice roll, this part is very springy, very soft. And from what I can see here, there are 2 shrimps in each rice roll. And there are 3 rice rolls in total, 1, 2, and 3 right here. Comes with a regular sweet soy sauce. And something that's really nice here, they also provided a chili sauce. I don't know if this is homemade, but it looks really nice. I'm going to eat that with the chili sauce. Okay, the first dish I'm going to have is the shrimp rice roll. Take a look at this, freshly steamed, and this definitely wasn't sitting around. Look how supple the skin is. Okay, now I'm going to snap this in half, and I'm going to put some of this lovely chili sauce into the rice roll. Let's give this a try. Normally I don't have it with chili sauce, but for some reason, since they make it available, I'm going to have it. So here goes. 1 entire shrimp. Very lovely, very lovely. Let me comment first on the shrimp. Shrimp has this nice crunch, a crunch of a fresh shrimp. It's wonderful. And there are 2 of them in each row. And these are big shrimp, they're not small. And another thing that adds to this dish is that chili sauce. Normally, you don't have any sauces with the rice roll. It's just with the sweet soy sauce. The chili sauce is actually really good. What I like about it is that it's very earthy. It has a nice amount of spice. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a 5. Yeah, but then again, in Cantonese cooking, a 5 is actually pretty substantial, so I'm totally fine with that. But it does bring out an extra dimension in the shrimp. So all in all, I give this a big thumbs up because we are getting big shrimps and also freshly made skin. The next dish I ordered is the wontons in bone broth. This one is the one without the noodles. And what's special about this is that the wontons have a bone broth, not the normal fishy type broth that wonton soups have. So we're gonna try the soup and see if this is as good as it looks. It looks pretty cloudy, but that's the way it should look. So here's the wonton. I'm going to pick one up for you. There seems to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wontons. And we're going to break this open and show you what's inside. Okay, we're going to try the wonton soup. Now this wonton soup is bone broth. So let's get right into bone broth and see what this tastes like. Okay, the bone broth definitely tastes like pork bones, and I feel that, you know, it's a bit salty, but it's okay. It's okay. It's not crazy salty, but it's good. Now, the other two components of the soup are the vegetables. It's the 2 pieces of soy sauce, Chinese vegetables, Chinese greens, and also the wonton. Now, this is a wonton. I can tell that there's shrimp in here because it has that shrimpy color. Okay, take a look at this. Now, from what I can tell, there are 2 pieces of shrimp inside this wonton. And there's just a tiny bit of pork in there, which is pretty amazing, because most places would only give you 1 shrimp. It's really good. The shrimp is nice and fresh. It's very crunchy. The seasoning is perfect. And a very interesting thing that I tasted in here, I'm not sure if it's just me having an off day, but I taste a little smokiness in here, which is kind of interesting. I'm going to try another dumpling to verify what I'm tasting. This is good. In fact, I think I know what that smokiness is. For some reason, I taste a little hammy flavor in here. It's almost like ham. I don't know if that's what's in here, but this tastes different from other wontons. And you know what? I like it. I really wanted to show you what's inside these wontons. So let's break one open. Now this might be a bit difficult, but I'm going to do it anyway, because I want you to see what I'm experiencing. Now you see that? This is an entire shrimp. And on the other side, there's just a bit of pork. But the majority of this is this giant shrimp. And I believe now that it's only 1 shrimp, but it's a big one. I would say about 80% of the meat in this wonton is shrimp. So if you love shrimp, these are your wontons. Okay, the next dish that we're going to look at is the pork patty with salted pork, and it's in a clay pot, and this is called Blvd. Now, the reason why this is a very homey dish for me is that, number 1, it has the rice with the crispies, which we all love. Anybody who loves Cantonese food loves these crispy bits. And it also has this salted fish that's in this patty. Is a very old-fashioned flavor that a lot of people remember, and they love. This is actually a type of dish that you would get that's homemade, that's mainly homemade. So having it in a restaurant is actually pretty much a treat. The interesting thing here I see is that maybe they didn't integrate the salted fish into the patty. I just see the salted fish here. So I'm hoping that it's okay, but I'm a little concerned, but we'll see. I'll give it a taste and I'll let you guys know. Okay, now I'm going to have the Blvd. Now, this clay pot rice, as I said before, is split into two components. We have the salty fish and we have the pork patty. Now, I had said that I've never seen it done this way before, like separated. Maybe it's common, but I don't know. But normally, the salted fish would be integrated into the pork patty. So this is the salted fish, tiny little piece, because the little goes a long way. And let's give this a try. I'm just going to eat the patty by itself. Here's the patty. Okay. And just as I suspected, the pork doesn't have the salted fish integrated into the patty. It's separate. But speaking of the pork itself, it's salted well, not too much, and it's flavorful. It has all the Chinese types of seasonings in there. I can taste a little white pepper. I can taste a little salt, and some stuff, some tenderizer that makes the patty nice and springy. It has this very bouncy feeling. So it's been textured very well, and I appreciate that. Okay, let's move on to the other part of the dish. Now we're going to eat the salted fish. Now, for those who don't know salted fish, it's very salty. So remember what I said, a little goes a long way? Well, I'm going to have a little bit of the salted fish, a little bit of the pork, and some rice, all in one bite. And that should give it a nice flavor pop. Very nice. Now, what I can say is that that's pretty good quality salted fish. It's very salty, has a very fishy aroma, and it does the job. It integrates very well with the pork patty, and just does what it should do. Now, a good contrast for this dish is the sweet soy sauce. With most Blvd, with most clay pot rices, you would add some soy sauce. So that sweetness contrasts well with the saltiness. So all in all, it's a pretty good dish. And this version is actually pretty good. I like it texture-wise and flavor-wise. Eating more than a few bites of this, my only criticism of this dish is that maybe the pot wasn't too hot. There aren't a lot of crispy bits down here. So it would be nice if this was made even hotter. So you hear some crispy bits, but not all too much of it, and it's not particularly thick. Otherwise, flavor-wise, it's all right. Before receiving my check, the waiter brought over a sweet black sesame dessert soup. Was it good? We'll find out. Okay, let's try the sesame soup, black sesame soup. There's what it looks like. And let's give it a try. Wow. Now, the sweetness on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a 2. It's not that sweet at all. It tastes, has a hint of bitterness to it. And there's nothing wrong with that. It has a nice texture. It's like a little lumpy, a little gritty, but it's okay. It's not like it's a very fine, porridge-like consistency. I think gritty was the wrong word, but it's actually pretty good, and it's a good finisher for the meal. I didn't expect this, and it was very nice that they provided it for me. Okay, the meal is finally over. I have to say, once again, this is one of my favorite restaurants. The lack of size in the menu does not detract from the quality of food here. As I showed you earlier, the menu is only 3 pages long, but it has everything that you want. It has your rice, your noodles, your casseroles, your dim sum, basically everything in the Cantonese menu but shrunk down. But this restaurant also is very small, so that's understandable. Which is why when you come here, and if you come, let's say, on a weekend morning, you will see them handle a ton of takeout orders, and there's a reason why. And that reason is because there's not that much room in here to sit. If this place was 10 times as large, I swear they would fill every single table. Another thing that I can say about the restaurant is that I think they opened during the beginning of the pandemic, so I'm so happy that they survived it. And the food is wonderful. I mean, it would have been a shame if they closed down, but this is really great that they're still around. Now let's get on to the food. The food, I really liked it. The wontons themselves, I would have to say, it's on a very high plane, on a very high level. Those wontons were not small. The shrimps were not small. The broth, pork bone broth, was not lacking in flavor. It was delicious. And there are so many different variations of that pork bone broth that you could order here. So go and explore the menu. The clay pot rice was good. I wouldn't say it was great. A big component of it that was missing was that crispy part on the bottom. I think they could have done a little better on that. But the meat that's in that clay pot rice was okay, so yeah, it's passable. It'll hit the spot if that's what you want. And finally, the shrimp rice roll. That's something, if that's an indication of their dim sum menu, I think you're in good shape. So definitely order any of the rice rolls. I also should mention that they have a pretty big dim sum section, and since this place is so small, I'm sure they'll heat it up and make it to order for you to have. I enjoyed myself, and if you're out here in Eastern Queens, this is someplace that should be on your list. I want to thank everyone for watching this video, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And also check out my other videos. I have a lot of videos in Queens and some more in Manhattan. Manhattan's Chinatown. So I hope you can take a look at some of the places that I've been to. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll be seeing you very soon in my next video. The final bill before tip was $31.08.